Hello, it is July, and we're looking at what you can come to expect here now this month. The beauty is, as we know astrologically, Mars is now picking up speed, moving forward, and putting us all back on track so we can start really pursuing those goals, aims, and ambitions that we have. Now, looking at the cards here for you, it looks like there's a specific thing. Now, we're talking about your goals. That's why I mentioned Mars. Now, there's something that might have been presented to you. You're looking at it, and you're looking at the potential of what this can actually come to grow and expand within your life. You might have needed a little time to kind of look it over, to allow things to sink down, but it's a creative project, perhaps, and it looks like it's coming into your life at a time where you could actually need this type of picker upper. Okay, so for those of you in the creative fields, my goodness, this looks great. Why? Because there seems to be success following this. All right, but we're going to take it step by step now and look at the other areas of your life and what you can expect here that July can bring about. There might be a short distance trip coming up, but it feels that it ties into your finances somehow, one way or the other. It could just be a day trip, like out of town, and it might come upon you a little unexpectedly when the time is right. And I'm feeling too, just from the sheer energy here, Leo, that it's showing it's coming at a time where you might have felt a little drained, a little tired, and that's not really you being you, because you're normally a very energetic type personality, but it looks like something could have been a little heavy on you here as of late, these previous weeks. So this is very refreshing in so many ways, and I'm feeling that this trip might have a business attachment to it, not just for having fun, even though I do see you will have a lot of fun. First, you're going to be speaking with a female. Now, she's a fire sign too. So, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. This is a very creative, happy go lucky type personality, very energetic. She seems to have a good grasp on what it is she does. So, in that communication with her, it might be something else you're working on, because why? All this back to back communication is pretty much circling around a new project uh, that may not have manifested quite yet. Maybe it's still a little bit ahead of you, but the two of you can really interact, work on the practical side of whatever this project may be. But then here is a second female. She's very creative. It looks like she's working on something, maybe being presented to you. You might come to either meet up with her, either in your home, or maybe you're going to be visiting her in her home. And she's a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Now, she's holding something here of value that is definitely worth being looked into. It represents money. So, again, what can we draw conclusions from just the very beginning of this reading? It's all about something now that's picking up motion. And I feel that this woman here, in this sense, the two of you can work together really well. I'm thinking the first woman we mentioned, she could work to do practical things for you, okay? Like line things up. She's good at that. But this woman is somebody who's got something in her hand, and you're looking at it, you're evaluating it, and just moving on into your reading into the area of self expression, creativity, expansion as far as having fun, but also doing entertaining things. Which this placement is all about. Well, there I see victory. And I also see you looking at um, that project, whatever it is that you're contemplating here, Leo. I'm feeling that there's something that could be wrapped up together. You could be actually moving ahead. It's all about partnering and partnering right. When I look into the partnership area, now this could be with your significant other, as far as love and romance goes, but it could also be people you partner with in business, or also where you work very closely one on one. This month here of July, I see the symbolic key. And it's important, Leo, because this key has the potential to unlock those very things that you've been wanting for a long, long time. And what is that? It's all about security, financially too. There is a situation where it can bring it all together spiritually, mentally, emotionally, practically, and down to the financial situation. So before this month is over, really, really pay attention to the not just the possibilities, but the opportunities that might come across your path. Because why? They can really be a game changer if you do it right. But we don't always recognize all the opportunities that come our way because there could be times when there's tons of opportunities coming in, but we have, the power of choice. Sometimes we just let them slide by and then down the road we might regret. But this is one of the opportunities you definitely would want to recognize because it could really hold a lot of fruit. Looking into this area of your reading here, it has to do with shared resources. And I'm doing a 36 card reading here, an astro spread. So I'm laying it out, in an astro wheel, but placing cards in here. It shows new beginnings and where you can turn your back to something that has maybe been a little bit of a struggle for you. Why? Well, now because there's something new coming in, a new promise. And this area, shared resources, that for you can indicate bonuses, commissions, and so forth, or return on investments as far as money placements and so forth. But the new beginning here, just like the seventh placement here showed, of really partnering up and securing things, this placement shows that these new beginnings will actually come to pay off in a good way. Now, the overall view is looking at where will this go and where is it coming from, where can it target in the long range. I'm seeing how you're going to be shedding some light. And this has to do with not just here in the city where you live, but you might be doing some research out of state, maybe even out of country, because this placement has to do with faraway distances, people, and foreign places, and so forth. But it has to do with expansion, gathering information, then connection and communication. And this month is going to be extremely important about communication. And I feel, remember we spoke about that one woman that could be doing some work here with you as far as all that back-to-back communication. She can do a lot of practical legwork for you or with you. I feel this is where this ties in, and I'm feeling the more light you shed upon this, the more energy you put behind it, the better it is because it's lifting up your possibilities. So looking into the area of career, well, you've done really well and you're really proud of what you have accomplished, Leo, and so you should be. You are a person that really burns for your passions, right? So it means that you always love what you love to do. It looks like maybe things could have slowed down here earlier, these first few months of 2016. But I'd like to say over these next coming months, watch that resurrect. It looks like you, perhaps, with the research that you have been doing, you're lining things up, looking at that potential, feeling really excited about it. Why? Because that intuition that you hold, and you're very good when it comes to intuition, so trust that always. But it looks like now, as things have lined up, you're all ready for what now will come. And there is a new chapter in your own book of life right now, as far as your career goes, where things can start taking on shape and form. So now, in the area of friendships or in the area of groups and organizations, I feel that there might be something you've worried about in the past. It shows that there has been some water under the bridge. I'm seeing how there's been patience required here. But then again, there's something surfacing, even in this area, that can really come to behoove you. So, with your eyes wide open, you might be looking into how this group really now together with you can gain new strength, okay? And create a shift in your dynamics, create a shift in your daily life, also in the area of friendships. I feel this is a time where things can really power up for you. So as you can see, July is going to be quite different from the previous months. This is a time it's where we're waking up and shaking everything loose. It's time where we're grabbing onto that intuition, that vision, and then following it. All right. So I'm going to be super excited to see in August what you've done with this month, because August is when I'm seeing that things can really start taking off. This month is all about getting those ducks in a row. So have a good one, Leo. I will see you next month.